Welcome back to Rookie Watch. Chris Hargrove and the Jets take on their last divisional opponent of the year. They host the Miami Dolphins. They are a 4-8 team, have not been highly touted, but won their last two games and gave the Jets a lot of problems in Miami just a few weeks ago. They get Jalen Waddle back in 2 weeks, so if they can pull off a couple more unlikely victories, they might be able to sneak into the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Jets have just clinched the AFC East. They're looking for a clean sweep on the year, and they're also inching closer to taking the 1 seed. Depending on how things fall, if they keep winning, they could have the 1 seed locked up with 2 or 3 games to go in the year, which would be huge in terms of preparation for the playoffs. First, though, they need to take care of a possibly underrated division rival at home. Welcome back to the channel. This is Nose for the Ball, and I'm Nose. Forgot to mention at the end of last episode, Taylor Rapp did indeed get Player of the Week, thanks to his 3 interceptions of Trey Lance. Breece Hall also showing up there. The touchdowns certainly help, 4 in total. Here's a brief look at the playoff picture. There's a whole bunch of 8-4 teams, all the other division leaders, plus the Steelers, who are tied with the Ravens, of course. After we last played the Dolphins, they had a bye week, then they blew out the Patriots in New England and upset the Cowboys in Dallas, so they're hot right now. We'll take a quick look at their roster again. Maxwell Wilson played awesome against us. Not really sure how he's been overall, but I'm kind of a fan. He's an underdog. Decent running back in Bass. CJ Ham, Duluth represent. Jalen Waddle still out for 2 more weeks, so it'll be Hill, Holcomb, and Parham. Parham killed us last time. Bellinger was quite good as well, I think. At least had some clutch plays. Offensive line is okay on the right side, not great though. Defensive line, I don't like it a lot. They've got an injury there, so it's a little bit worse. They do have a really good defensive tackle. Clearly, I'm kind of flying through this, but Jalen Phillips is the pass rusher to look out for. They've got Pratt and LVE in the middle. Corners aren't great, but do have speed, and the safeties are very good in Javon Holland and Kyle Hamilton. Let's get into the action today. Hargrove is under center, Jets starting with the ball. Hall has space on the right side, a lot of green in front of him. Tons of room across midfield. Tyler Boyd, what are you doing? Hall's knocked out at the 35, but that's a block in the back. I think they're going to take him back to about the 48 here. Looks like they're spotting it. Penalty turns a 40-yard gain into a 23-yard gain. Good start regardless. Hargrove fakes the handoff, throws a rainbow to the outside. Samuel's got it. Holland misses the tackle, and that's a touchdown. Samuel slides into the end zone. White man dancing. You know what he's all about. Great start for the Jets. Hargrove's fired up, already into this rivalry. Let's take a look at the replay. Well, the Jets kept 2 guys back to block. Dolphins only rushed 4, so a ton of time for Hargrove. And despite having 7-man dropped into zone, Samuel still finds plenty of space. And then Holland just kind of watched Samuel run across his face, took a moment to realize, oh, hey, that's my zone, then took a bad angle trying to compensate. After that first drive, it looked like the Jets might just dominate this 4-win team, but the Dolphins go right down and score. Now they get a run stop on first down. Second down, Hargrove passing, and he's going to go down. Totally swarmed. Peyton Turner was the one who got to him. 3rd and 17. Remember, this Dolphins team has everything to play for. Every game is must win at this point. Hargrove in the gun. Good coverage. Hargrove loading up, hit by Booth as he throws. This one's lofted out there, and Samuel almost makes the catch. Great play by Javon Holland, but it'll be a punt. Dolphins do punt it back, so the game remains tied. Great arm strength by Hargrove just to get it down there. Great adjustment by Samuel. Just a really nice play by Holland to find the ball, knock it away. Hargrove on play action now. Fires for Wilson. He's going to be across midfield, breaks a tackle, and that's Deron Bland who finally took him down. Those chunk plays are what this offense lives on. Hargrove looking to pass again. He's got time, but nobody open, and now it runs out. I guess that's incomplete. 3rd down now after a 2nd down run goes backwards. Hargrove looking to throw, dumps off left to Samuel. Tries to make a move, but he's wrestled out of bounds, 4 yards short. Jets will go for it. They're in a bit of no man's land. A couple yards short for their kicker, probably. Hargrove dumps short to Hall. He's got the first down and fights for more. That was a 15-yard pickup. Great play by Hall to find space to get the first down pickup and then fight for about 10 more yards. We'll get the handoff here on 2nd down. He'll be tackled just a yard short. 3rd and 1 in the red zone. Hargrove in the gun looking to throw. Escaping pressure. Trying to find somebody. Tries to throw. Can't get it away. Joel Jeffers on the sack, and the Jets will take the field goal. Dolphins fumble, and suddenly the Jets are back inside the 10-yard line. Hargrove in the gun, looking to throw, finds Wilson. He's wide open. Great slant route there. Jets are quickly in the end zone and have a 2-score lead. That's a huge swing, and a big swing for Garrett Wilson, apparently. Miami does manage some offense this time, but stalls out around midfield. They punt. Jets now faking the handoff on first down. Some pressure on Hargrove, and it gets it to Wilson. Eric Stokes just clips him. 23-yard gain. I think that was Bland who came flying up the middle, but ran into Hall and couldn't course correct to get to Hargrove. Little RPO now, and it's right to Javon Holland, intercepted by Miami. This one's going to go all the way back. Looked like he stepped in first and then out. That was enough to fool Hargrove, and Dolphins are right back in this. Jets have the ball back after the kickoff. Good first down run, and Hargrove is now in the gun on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw, does so to Wilson. He's got space out on the side, running downfield, finally caught across the Dolphins 30. Nothing special there, just a zero blitz that didn't get there in time. That corner route has been really effective this year as well. Hargrove looking to throw again, does so to Boyd, and Jermaine Pratt brought him down with one arm. That was impressive. First down into the red zone nonetheless. Hargrove under center, hands off left to Hall. He's got some room, weaving upfield, taken down by the safeties inside the 5. First and goal at the 3 now. Hargrove in the gun, hands off to Hall. He runs up the gut, and he's into the end zone. No competition on that one. Jets take another 2-score lead. Dolphins drive down and score again. It's John Parham, who was incredible in the last matchup. Jets will try to extend the lead before halftime now with under 2 minutes to go. Dumping off left to Boyd, and he's going to pick up a few yards and alertly get on balance. 2nd and 4 now. Jets will probably need at least 35 yards to get to field goal range. Now Jalen Phillips off the edge, untouched. That's going to be a sack. Dolphins will take a timeout. Looked like he could have dumped it off to Drew over the middle, but probably didn't get that far in his reads. 3rd and 14 now. Hargrove making some adjustments. Finally takes the snap. More pressure coming. He'll just dump it off to Hall, and nothing doing there. Another crazy end of the half in a Jets-Dolphins matchup. Maxwell Wilson runs it in on 3rd and goal from the 5. Taking the lead. Hargrove now looking to pass. Gets it to Samuel, but no, it's knocked away by Bland. Really nice play there. Now just 24 seconds left for the Jets to try and score before halftime. They do have all 3 timeouts. Screen pass here for Hall. Gets a good block. Cuts upfield, outrunning Chubb, and he's going to get past LVE all the way up to the 47-yard line. Clock stops with 16 seconds left to go in the half, just on the edge of the logo. Hargrove takes the snap from the gun. He's going to heave it downfield towards Wilson. Tries to go up for it, and he can't. He's interfered with. They're going to call Eric Stokes for that. It looked like he held Wilson down from even jumping for the ball. Can't do that, buddy. All of a sudden, 1st and goal at the 1. 10 seconds left. Still all 3 timeouts. Hargrove passing. Fires over the middle to Boyd, and he's got it for a touchdown. 21 points here in the last 2 minutes of the half. With 6 seconds left, I think that's going to be it. Cade York just missed from 58 yards. He's got one of the biggest legs in the league, but a Williams sack on 3rd down helps make that happen. Now Hall up the gut, and he's got a lot of room. Finally taken down by Holland at 33. I think that's the first big one for Hall since the first play of the game, where that one came back on a penalty. For some reason didn't count towards his stats. Hargrove now heaves downfield, and Kyle Hamilton has that one easily. I don't think Hargrove saw him there, and he had 2 open receivers to boot. Luckily for the Jets, the Dolphins net -5 yards on the ensuing drive. Hall outside now. He's going to pick up another first down and chased out by Kyle Hamilton. 2nd and 6 after another run, right at about at midfield. Hargrove will fake the handoff. He's got time. Now it's running out. Throws it up, and he's hit, and he can't get it to Samuel. That's Kyle Hamilton again. Didn't really have anyone open, but if you're about to get smacked, try not the deep ball. Dolphins tied up with a long field goal after 2 runs to start the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Jets. Looks like Hall won't get it again. It'll be a pass. Just kidding. It's a pass to Hall, and he's going to pick up about 10. Gotta imagine when he went to the sideline after the last interception, Hargrove was coached, just take what the defense gives you. Will pass again here, looking, and he's hit as he throws. You gotta be kidding me. It's Kyle Hamilton again. He was in man underneath on Samuel, but the hit put the ball up in the air, gave him time to get to it. Dolphins miss another field goal, this time from 61, so the Jets will start in Dolphins territory. Hargrove looking to pass. A lot of time, throws it way up downfield for Samuel into the end zone, and it's nearly picked by Harris. Chris, buddy, you can't make up for all the mistakes on one play. It's a tie game. You can still take control of this thing. Just play smart. He will throw over the middle to Wilson here. He was wide open. That's a good play. That feels like the first positive downfield pass for Hargrove this entire half. He's in the gun again. Looks like he'll throw. Out to Drew. He's wide open, makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, double Drew. Jets finally have the lead back. He's going to show off some skills he learned from Madison Samuel. Dolphins refuse to go away. 3rd and goal from the 7. They get a touchdown to Marcus Can, their number 5 receiver, I guess number 4 with Hill out, as there's a first down run for 3. The Dolphins offense has been very all or nothing, but they've scored 4 touchdowns. It's play action once more. Hargrove gets it out to Wilson, and he's got some room outside the numbers. Finally tackled down at the 39, well across midfield. Jets will look to take the lead on this drive. Of course, hopefully a touchdown, as the Dolphins offense has a lot of momentum. 1 yard on first down is not going to help much, though. Hargrove looking to pass, and now Booth gets to him. That's not going to help either. Booth just threw aside Danny Lloyd. That incompletion was a best case scenario, and now Hargrove hit again. Don't know where that ball was intended. Dolphins showed a lot of pressure and then backed off. Offensive line got confused about their assignments, and Phillips came in free. Luckily, the Jets do make a long field goal. Miami got in the red zone with time dwindling, but ended up stalling and kicking a field goal. A minute 43 and all the timeouts for both teams. Are we going to see another crazy 2-minute sequence? Well, let's fire it up. Hargrove with a screen pass. Hall has blockers in front of him, and he'll get a first down. Good first play. From the 35-yard line, a minute 37 to go. Hargrove looking to pass. Lofts it out to Samuel. Beautiful touch on that ball, but he's going to be tackled inbounds by Trent Fant. That's the number 4 quarterback, and the Jets will hurry it up instead of taking their first time out. Hurry up from under center, a little strange within 2 minutes, but Hargrove will hand it off to Hall here. He's going to get outside. That's strange, but it works. They're going to get a first down up to the 42, and they'll call a timeout. 3 plays and first down yardage every time. Jets are almost in field goal range already. Hargrove takes the snap looking to pass. Of course, he's got nobody open. Finally tries to throw, but he's ripped down by Jalen Phillips. Another timeout for the Jets. All the way back to the 50-yard line for New York. Hargrove looking to throw. Chucks it up to Wilson. He's double covered and tackled by Bland. That's going to be pass interference. I don't think he was going to come down with that. That's just a heads down play. They actually called this on Julius Harris, who's behind the play here, and I guess he kind of impedes Wilson. It seems like a lucky call for the Jets, to be honest. Regardless, Jets are up to the 29 now. They probably figure they need another first down to run out enough clock to make sure the Dolphins don't get it back. And now Hargrove's going to be sacked back to the 35. That's worst case scenario, and Miami takes a timeout. 2nd and 16 now. Jets probably forgetting about the first down, but they do need to pick up some yards to get closer to the field goal. Nothing doing. Hargrove's going to bail out, and he's going to get sacked by Phillips again. 3rd of the day for him. Jets in the no huddle now. Don't want to waste that last time out. Going to be another screen pass, and this time Hall's going to be taken down all the way back to the 48. It's 4th and 29. Clock is running, and the Jets call a timeout with 8 seconds left. That's interesting. We'll see what they do here. Not sure about the time management here. You probably figure Wilson isn't going to be able to get up a Hail Mary, but you have to either get a touchdown or get 30 yards and get out of bounds. Hargrove going to throw, gets it out to Boyd. He's got the catch. He's got some room up the sideline, and he's knocked out at the 7, and time has run out. Are you kidding me? Boyd doesn't even know he's fired up, but we're going to overtime. If New York had called that timeout with even 1 more second, even half a second more on the clock, this game would be over. However, the Jets will get the ball to start overtime. We'll see if they can finish this without the Dolphins touching the ball. 41-41, first play of overtime coming up here. Hargrove under center will hand it off to Hall. Runs out to the left. He's going to break a tackle and get a first down. Crafty running on that one, and a good start to the drive. Hargrove under center again. Take the snap, fakes the handoff to Hall. Looking long to the right, and Wilson cannot make the play, well covered by Harris. After a good second down run, it is going to be 3rd down, 4 yards to go from the 43 for the Jets. Hargrove drops to pass, throws to the left, and he just missed Wilson. The Jets will not punt, though. They are not trusting their defense. They're going to go for it. Hargrove takes the snap, looking to throw. Finally fires, and it's into the strong hands of Boyd. First down at midfield. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4-down territory the whole drive. Jets might not think they can keep the Dolphins out of the end zone. Here's another handoff to Hall. He'll cut it to the left, fighting through arm tackles, and Chubb finally chases him down inside the 40. 3 carries, 26 yards for Hall on this drive. He'll get it again, cuts to the left, cuts outside, gets to the sideline, and he's going to be cracked out of bounds. That's Kyle Hamilton on the tackle, but 28 yards. Jets are down to the 11-yard line. Breece Hall has 150 yards on the day now, but it's Leon Culliver who checks into the backfield. They will hand it to him. He cuts left, cuts right. Javon Holland trying to take him down, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Jets. Leon Culliver, the unlikely hero, walks it off, and the Jets will come out of this Dolphins game with a win. It looked dicey there for a while. A lot of mistakes from Hargrove. Not a good day for the defense, but they do pull it out at last. Perhaps some cause for concern. This team is slotted to be the 1 seed in the playoffs loom. They need to clean some stuff up. A lot of bad turnovers for Hargrove, some strangeness at the end of regulation, and not good defense either. But for now, they're just happy to come out of it with a win. A lot of rough plays for Hargrove under pressure. I did not account for that very well, but he still put up some numbers. Hall had a really nice day, really showed out in overtime especially. And Leon Culliver came in 1 play, 1 touchdown. Pretty nice for him. That was kind of exciting. I don't think I realized when I called the play that it would be him, but was kind of excited when he got in there. That's definitely his best run so far. Parham, who is like their number 4 when Hill is healthy, was their number 1 again. Did really well, but Garrett Wilson had a big day. Samuel was pretty good. Spread the ball out reasonably well. Did have the nice long touchdown to Drew, which was pretty clutch at the time. Defense, unfortunately, was not very good. 3 interceptions for Hamilton, 1 for Holland. Certainly hurt a lot. This was a pretty crazy game. At the end of regulation, I just made a mistake with the timeout calling. I should have either called it right away or called it with almost no time left. Instead, I put myself in a situation where I had to either get it or they would have a chance at a Hail Mary. You never know what's going to happen in the Super Sim. And then I should have just gone out right after getting the first down with Boyd, but I thought I could get the touchdown. Unfortunately, couldn't. Ends up working out in the end anyways, and we get a cool ending. Quickly, time of possession. They beat us out by 20 minutes here. I have no idea how that happened. I haven't been looking at this screen, but that's kind of funny, especially since they didn't even get the ball in overtime. Got an upgrade for Andrew Drew. Always exciting. Hasn't really been who I wanted him to be. He just doesn't really have the size, and he's not athletic enough or technical enough to really overcome that, but he certainly shows some flashes. He just doesn't really ever take over. Week 15 will take on the Texans, looking like one of the better defensive teams we'll play all year, as well as possibly the best record we've seen for a team when we've played them. Haven't obviously tracked the records of every team we've played all year. They are also the number 2 seed right now, it appears. We are 3 games up on them, as well as Kansas City and Pittsburgh. So if we beat them, they'll be out of contention for the 2 seed. I think the Chiefs and Steelers would still be in it. If they also win. The tiebreakers are way too complicated to figure out for Madden. I kind of wish that it would, give you the scenarios, but it is what it is. We'll just try and win out, and then it won't be an issue. Despite only being an 81, the Texans offense is apparently a top offense in the league. So good luck to our defense again. Could be another shootout. We're kind of used to those. Here are the ratings. Surprisingly, the offense is really highly rated, looking like a top 5 offense, and their defense is not very good. It looks bottom 5. The passing yards are pretty good, but rushing is really bad, points is really bad, so interesting. Kind of flip-flop compared to the overalls, but of course you never really know until you look at the roster. So let's go ahead and do that. Also a really turnover-prone team. Not as much as us, but, sorry. First, real quick, going to give Garrett Wilson his upgrade. Playmaker always does some nice stuff for you. +3 medium route running is very nice, of course. Texans have Carson Johnson at quarterback, number 1 pick in 2024, Rookie of the Year as well. Superstar Dev, really good ratings. I think the only thing that Hargrove really only has him beat in throw power, and he's already signed a huge deal to stay in Houston. Mechie is their best receiver and he's injured. They have Daubs at well, not really a great receiving core, especially with Mechie out, so that's unfortunate for them. Uh, Decent tight end. Line is pretty good except for a major weakness at center. Defensive line seems very good. Not a high ceiling, but a very high floor. Uh, Young, very talented defensive tackle there at the 2 spot. Their number 1 left outside linebacker has a fractured shoulder blade, which sounds excruciating and horrible, so they'll be missing him. Very good middle linebacker duo. This is a 3-4 team. At least at first glance, these edge rushers don't look super threatening, more worried about the defensive ends. And then we've got cornerback. Trayvon Diggs takes a huge deal to stay in Texas, but leaves Dallas. Derek Stingley has stayed on. And then they've got Julius McGee, who's a superstar. Free safety, Jamie Donald looks like the one weak spot here, and then Jalen Piter has developed very well. Texans got the ball first, but a holding penalty put them in the hole quickly, and they were forced to punt. First play of the day for the Jets is a handoff, and that's going to be bottled up. No gain. That was Christian Barmore and Justin Kramer. There's the first taste of the Texans defense. Hargrove looking to pass now. Pressure from Winters up the middle. Hargrove rolling outside, throws it up to Samuel, and that's a beautiful sideline catch. Crossing route was effective on that zone coverage. Diggs played it well, just couldn't get over there fast enough. Nice throw and a nice route. Hall up the middle now, and he's got space. Piter brings him down, but that's going to be a gain of 14. Quickly, first down in the red zone. Hargrove back in the gun. Texans show blitz, but back off, getting pressure anyway. So he's going to throw it up to Drew, and he can't quite make the catch. Would have been a great play. Just couldn't hold on through contact from 3 different Texans. 3rd and 6 after a second down run. Hargrove's looking to pass. He's got some time, throws right to Drew, and he's going to get the first down on this one. Whitworth on the tackle. Flag is down, and that's going to be a hold. Call was against Danny Lloyd, the center. It looked pretty weak to me. Nonetheless, 3rd and 16. Hargrove going to throw. Does so outside to Wilson, and he brings this one in. Good attempt by Jones on the coverage, but the throw was perfect. First and goal at the 3. Give this to Hall. He weaves through traffic. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Jets. It's an early lead for New York. Texans score a touchdown of their own. If this is going to be a shootout, as many expect, this would be the way for it to start. First down play action. Hargrove loads up long for Wilson. He almost makes a great catch, but it's knocked away at the last second. Looked like Wilson almost came down with it, and then McGee knocked it out at the last second. Great play by the 3rd-year corner. 3rd and 5 now after a good second down run. Hargrove looking to pass, gets it to Samuel, but didn't put it in a good spot, and it's knocked away. The Texans hit a 50-yard field goal, so they have their first lead of the game. Jets only get 2 on a first down run. Hargrove in the empty set now. Looking to pass, finally does so. It's long for Samuel. He goes up for it, Piter goes up for it, and neither of them come down with it. Samuel did look open, but well played by the safety to get over there. Now 3rd and 8. Hargrove throws over the middle, and Boyd's got it this time. Nice throw, nice catch. Some really tight coverage on the day for this Texans defense. That is their forte. They have allowed some catches, but not much run after the catch. Hargrove to Wilson now, and this one's in and out of his hands. More good coverage by McGee. You don't want to test Diggs, you don't want to test Stingley, but Julius McGee could be the number 1 corner on a lot of teams in this league. Hargrove rolls up on the play fake, slings it for Madison Samuel. He's got it. That's going to be a touchdown. White man dancing. It was Devondre Campbell in coverage, so I guess if you can't find a guy open against these good cornerbacks, get one matched up against a linebacker. Carson Johnson picked off by DJ Reed. Jets have it in plus territory already. Hargrove doesn't like what he sees, makes some adjustments. Looks like it's going to be a play fake. Plenty of time back there for Hargrove. Finally throws it for Boyd, and he hangs on. Whitworth made contact right as the ball got there, but Boyd held on anyway. 2nd and 6 now from the 11-yard line. Hargrove looking to throw again. Rolling out, fires on the run, and Wilson's wide open. That's another touchdown for the Jets. They're starting to pull away in this one. And that might be the first bad play for McGee. Texans forced to punt again, so the Jets have the ball and a 2-score lead. 8 minutes about left in the half. Hall to the right side, gets past Campbell. He's got a big gain, juking past Whitworth, and now there's a penalty down on the field. Looks like this is going to be a block in the back. It's on Madison Samuel, and he can't believe it. Well, this is what they're calling it on. Not exactly a smart play on Samuel, but Just a little touch on the back, and if we change the angle here, the play was over. I mean, I don't really know why you throw this flag even. Hall is basically on the ground when it happens. Just okay. Still going to be a first down for New York, but they lose 10 yards on it. Hargrove under center fakes it to Hall this time. He's got time back there. He's going to fire to the left, and Samuel's got it this time, making up for the penalty. Jets are up to midfield. After a good first down run, the Jets have it 2nd and 2 in plus territory now. Hargrove in the gun, dropping to pass. Pressure may be coming, but he's got it out to Wilson, makes the catch at the 20, down to the 15. Nice strong play. Throws Devondre Campbell in coverage again. Jets in the red zone threatening to score again for the 3rd time in this quarter. Hargrove will hand it off to Hall, and he's going to be bottled up this time. First good play for the Texans defense in a while, it seems like. Their front 7 hasn't really been a factor since the 2nd drive. That last play was made by defensive backs. Here's a screen pass to Hall, and of course this play is made by Devondre Campbell. He's all over that one. So there's one good play for that unit, I guess, but not a whole lot of pressure thus far, and it's really kind of left the secondary out to dry even when they've had good coverage. Hargrove rolling away from pressure now, trying to scramble for that first down, and he's going to be 2 yards short. Belton chased him down, but the Jets are not going to kick the field goal. They're going to hurry this up and go for it. Culliver is in the backfield. Hard count from Hargrove. Now he snaps it, gives to Culliver. He's up the middle. He's fighting forward, not quite into the end zone. They hurried up again. Texans scrambling to get into formation. They don't seem to have the right personnel on the field, and Culliver is into the end zone easily. Touchdown Jets. It's 28-10, assuming they make the extra point. Texans forced to punt on 4th and 1. You almost want to go for it there, but they were inside their own 40, so maybe not the best idea. Hall gets this one, and he'll take it up to the 26, a gain of 4. Jets are taking their time. This looks to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Hargrove dropping back to pass. Throws it up to Madison Samuel. He dives for the ball, and you can't see because the network decided to switch to that graphic too soon, but he did not hold on. Really great effort there, just something that he doesn't always succeed at. Samuel will keep working on that one, but it's 3rd and 6. Hargrove throwing deep again. It's Samuel. He's open, and it's a little bit underthrown. Whitworth was just able to catch up, and the Texans will get the ball back. 3 quick incompletions for the Texans. They punt it and pin the Jets down at their 5. They don't seem to be in a huge hurry here. Let the clock run a little bit after a first down run. Now Samuel gets it on the corner route, and he outruns McGee, stays in bounds. Now Whitworth's the only guy who can catch him, and he's not going to. That's an 87-yard touchdown for the New York Jets. 2nd long score of the day for Samuel, and he's dancing with Tyler Boyd. They're just having fun out there now. This Texans defense has talent, but the play calling is killing them. That's Devondre Campbell on the fastest guy on the field again. McGee only has a chance on the play because he's got Wilson running a deep route, and he embarrasses himself a little on the dive there, and there's no way Whitworth is going to catch Samuel. McGee has played really well on some downs so far, but couple of rough plays on the last 2 Jets touchdowns. Texans did get across midfield before halftime, but ran out of time. Jets get the ball first here. 2nd and 9. It's a handoff to Hall. Nice block from Becton, and he's got another first down. 3 straight runs to start the drive. Should be no surprise with this big lead. Hargrove throwing now, gets it to Boyd, and he's up to midfield for another first down. From the logo, it'll be another handoff outside to Hall. He's got some space on the left side, turns it upfield, and Whitworth chases him down at the 35. It's not looking good for Houston. Their defense looks gassed already, and we just started the 2nd half. And Culliver now weaving upfield for 8 yards. Another first down, Jets nearly in the red zone. Culliver has checked into the game once more. He'll get the handoff right, cuts back to the left, blocked from Boyd, blocked from Wilson, and he's into the end zone, but there's a flag down on the field. I think this one is coming back. A really nice run from Culliver too, and they're going to call it on Garrett Wilson. I really don't like this call. This looks like a good block. He does hold a little at the end, but the play is over. Come on, man. 2 running plays later, it's 3rd and 1. Hargrove to pass, rolls out right, looks like he might scramble. No, he stops and he's going to pass, but Hall can't make the catch. The Jets are going to go for it on 4th and 1. I think maybe this is just so they can run the clock a little more. Culliver's in the backfield. He gets the ball and it's popped by Dorian Combs. First time we've called his name today, and the Jets will turn it over. Texans do drive almost 90 yards for the touchdown. 2nd and inches for the Jets after a run and a defensive penalty. All up the middle, breaking tackles, fighting for yardage, and he's going to be almost up to the 50-yard line. 4th quarter now, Texans down by 3 scores. I don't know if they're going to get 3 more possessions the way the Jets are moving the ball and taking time off the clock. They're going to pass on 3rd down, and Whitworth knocks it away from Drew. Jets will go for it again, though. They are in no man's land here, so it makes a little more sense. Hargrove pulls it. He's got the 1st down carry on the option. 2nd and 6 now. Hargrove under center. Take a snap. Handoff left to Culliver. He's going to break a tackle from Campbell. Stiff arms the man, and he's got a really nice carry. We've really only seen him in limited time. It does look like he's going to get the rest of today. Hall will rest, but he's looking really good today. He stopped at the line here. No, he's going to break that tackle, fighting forward for yardage. We've never seen him run this strong before. Not many yards after contact in his previous appearances, but he's been really slippery today. Hargrove fakes it to him this time, looking to throw, rolls out to the right, slings it for Wilson, and he's going to have another touchdown. Whatever the Texans logo is, the Jets are taking it to the slaughterhouse today. Texans turned it over on downs, thanks in part to a O'Shane Zimney's sack on 3rd down. 3rd and 9 after a couple short runs for the Jets. Christian Barmore coming in hot, but Hargrove gets it out to Wilson. 1st down up to the 28-yard line. This one is all but over. We'll call it as soon as we can find the fat lady's microphone. Culliver on the handoff, cuts back left, gets past Campbell, and he's going to be up for another 1st down. That's a 13-yard gain. We are under 5 minutes now. Donald Peterson now in the game. I think this will be his 1st carry of the season, and he gets about 4. 3rd and 4 now. Hargrove in the gun. He will pass it. Plenty of time back there. Throws short right to Samuel. He breaks a tackle, stays in bounds, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. Raymer, the linebacker, was in coverage. Had him step by step, which you wouldn't expect, but you would expect the linebacker to make the tackle. The Texans do drive down and get 1 more score to make it look a little more respectable, but time running out, they won't bother with these timeouts. So it'll be 1 final knee for Chris Hargrove, and that's going to close the books on this one. Win number 13 for the Jets. It was really never close against a very good team, and the Jets needed that after a sloppy game against Miami last week. Western Michigan product Carson Johnson was very good today. Unfortunately for him, his 1 interception was really what kicked off the blowout. Hargrove, of course, had a ludicrously good day. 5 touchdowns, managed to have no interceptions, which feels like it's been ages since we've had that. He has had a few 5-touchdown games. This is the first one with no turnovers, though. Lots of yards as well on only 14 completions. Breece Hall had a good day. Not too much to talk about. I did really like what I saw from Leon Culliver, despite the defense being, probably run committing the whole time, every time that he got the ball. Texans didn't run the ball a whole lot early and then pretty much had to abandon it. Dominic Lowe with a huge game for the Texans. However, Madison Samuel had an insane game, almost 40 yards a catch on 5 receptions, 3 of them for touchdowns. He had a 53-yarder in the 1st quarter and then an 87-yarder to close out the 1st half. Certainly helped Hargrove's efficiency numbers for the day. Pretty awesome plays. Now, unfortunately, I did not realize this during the game somehow, and I didn't even figure it out until I was like halfway through recording, but Derek Stingley did not play in this game. So just now I went and I checked out their depth chart, and it turns out Julius McGee is over him because he's got that day 1 starter tag, despite being like a 2nd or 3rd year player, and because he's only a couple overall lower than Stingley, who's quite good in his own right and on a big deal, he is starting over him, and then Stingley is not in there as a slot cornerback. It actually looks like the depth chart is like glitched or something. It's only showing me 1 guy. Maybe that's because I'm not officially in control of the team. Whatever the case, I will go in there and figure out how to fix that, and they'll have that going forward, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see this team in the playoff, so hopefully we get a rematch with Derek Stingley in there. Is what it is. I guess we'll just say it was a team disciplinary thing. We did also have that challenge to only allow 75 rushing yards, and of course they did not get nearly that because they pretty much had to pass all game. So a nice boost for our guys. Hargrove picks up another Player of the Week award, no surprise. Lawrence also got 5 touchdowns in the NFC, but only a measly 10 yards per attempt. What a scrub! Pittsburgh and Kansas City both won this week, so as far as I can tell, no clinch yet. Hopefully, we will try to take care of that next time on Rookie Watch. I am planning to do all 3 games in the next episode and get into the playoffs after that. It's not going to be a super long episode. I'm going to try and keep it at the normal length unless all the games are super interesting or something. I'll go through them at a little quicker pace. Either at the end of that episode or the beginning of the first playoff episode, I'll dive into stats for the year, show off all those. I haven't really shown them too much just because it takes a lot of extra time, and I think mid-season stats aren't nearly as interesting. Probably could have for our own guys, but I didn't really get into the habit of doing it, and I think that's fine, honestly. Anyways, in the playoffs, it'll be a one game per episode just because I think if you say you're going to do two, then the length of the episode is kind of a spoiler for the first game in the episode. I don't think to this point our schedule this year has been super tough. I will kind of do a recap of that as well. I think it would be interesting to see, but hopefully we'll have some solid matchups in the playoffs and have some fun battles. Anyways, until next time, I am Nose. This has been Rookie Watch, and I'll see you next time on Nose for the Ball.